When a twin-engine Aero Commander slammed into the mist-cloaked Virginia Ridge on May 28, 1971, the nation lost its living legend, Audie Murphy, the boy-faced Texan who single-handedly stalled a German company, chalked up 240 confirmed kills, and collected every combat ribbon America could pin on a chest. At 45, the war's most decorated son vanished into the Appalachians. For half a century the story stayed tidy: fog, pilot misjudgment, cruel peaks, another private plane statistic. But freshly declassified files, dying witnesses, and forensic re-examinations have shredded that script. What if the crash was no accident? What if the man who survived 27 months of hell in Europe was deliberately erased by the government he bled for? The question is no longer how Audie Murphy died, but why, and who signed the order. Whispers have surfaced before, only to be branded paranoia. Now the whispers have names, dates, and metallurgical proof. This wasn't tragedy, says retired military intelligence Colonel James Stevenson. It was treason against the ideal he embodied. Americans deserve the unvarnished truth. This is the account of how the nation's greatest hero became its most dangerous whistleblower, and paid with his life. Highly respected by the armed forces, Major Audie Murphy, U.S. Army Reserve, America's most decorated combat soldier, motion picture star. From orphan to myth. To grasp the betrayal, start with the boy. Audie Leon Murphy entered the world in 1925, 7th of 12, on a sharecropper's patch in Hunt County, Texas. Father vanished early, mother died in 1941. At 16 Murphy became provider, hunter, cotton picker. He never had a childhood, says biographer Robert Williams. By 8 he was putting meat on the table with a .22, by 10 he was matching grown men in the fields. 5th grade was his last. Pearl Harbor lit the fuse. Rejected by Marines, Navy, and paratroopers for size, 5 feet 5 inches, 112 pounds, he lied about his age and talked the Army into taking him in 1942. What followed rewrote courage. 9 campaigns, private to second lieutenant, 240 enemy dead, 3 wounds, 33 medals. Sicily, he seized German machine guns and annihilated a cavalry unit. France, alone, he took a nest and turned it on its owners. Near Ramatuelle he crawled through artillery fire for an hour to direct barrages. What set him apart was ice-water focus, says combat analyst Frank Morgan. Others froze, Murphy's mind decelerated the chaos. January 26, 1945, Holtzwihr, France. Company down to 19 from 128. Germans advancing with tanks. Wounded in the leg, Murphy climbed a burning tank destroyer, worked its .50 caliber for an hour, then led the counterattack. Medal of Honor, age 19. I was scared and I was fighting, he shrugged. War's end, every U.S. combat decoration, +5 from France and Belgium. Life magazine crowned him America's baby-faced killer. Surviving combat, however, proved simpler than surviving peace. The country that lionized him in 45 discarded him in 71, says investigative reporter Michael Thorne. The bridge between was Hollywood, and hidden wounds. Motion picture actor. Yet forever the Army's supreme warrior, Audie Murphy. Hollywood fairy tale, private hell. James Cagney spotted the life cover, summoned the kid to California. Zero acting chops, but authenticity sold. Universal linked him. He was raw, earnest, believable, says film historian Catherine Jang. 40-plus pictures followed, mostly westerns where real horsemanship and marksmanship shone. Apex, 1955's To Hell and Back, Murphy playing himself, box office champ until Jaws. He wrote country songs, bred horses, befriended Stewart. Surface success. Beneath, demons. Modern label, severe PTSD. Then there was no label, just get over it. Murphy couldn't. Pistol under pillow, insomnia, pill addiction, gambling, rages. "I live in a nightmare," he admitted. Dale Robertson, part of Audie, never left the forest. Revolutionary for the era, he spoke publicly, "Any veteran who claims no battle dreams is lying." He lobbied for Korean vet studies, demanded combat trauma be treated as injury, not weakness. First marriage to Wanda Hendricks, 2 years, gunpoint nightmare episode. Second to Pamela Archer, 2 sons, stability amid storms. By the late 60s his advocacy deepened, VA visits, Capitol Hill testimony, spotlight on Vietnam returnees. Those hospital corridors became his new front line, says Thorne. He heard horror stories. Then he started digging. Floor and hover over it, confirmed the tail number, missing Aero Commander, carrying World War II hero Audie Murphy. The crash that defied logic. May 28, 1971, Murphy boards at Martinsville, bound for a business pitch with 5 others. Pilot Herman Butler, 8,000 hours, cautious reputation, lifts off into marginal weather. 14 minutes later, Brush Mountain. All dead. NTSB verdict, pilot error, adverse conditions. Investigation was perfunctory, says ex-NTSB Paul Martinez. Forensics we demand today were skipped. Contradictory witnesses buried. Aviation veterans scratched heads. Flight path inexplicably low. Debris field wrong. Control surfaces missing. Modern metallurgist Dr. Howard Kleen, 2019, pre-impact fractures, not crash damage. Butlers resume, not just pilot. Air America runs, CIA-adjacent gaps. 3 locals heard mid-air boom, then impact, dismissed. Pamela Murphy, Audie trusted no reckless pilot. 2018 pivot. Vietnam-era declassification avalanche. Forensic upgrades. Deathbed confessions. Surveillance jackpot. From 1969 Murphy was COINTELPRO priority, phones tapped, mail opened, informants embedded. Why? Late 1970, TV project on VA realities. Murphy unearths diversion of hospital beds to classified psych conditioning trials, MK Ultra cousins, on non-consenting vets. Names, facilities, funding trails to spook fronts. He schedules June 1971 meetings with Post and Times reporters, same outlets that will drop. Pentagon Papers. Attorney drafts whistleblower defense fund. Briefcase at crash site contains the paperwork, omitted from inventory. Forensic re-examination, elevator cables deliberately scored. Failure guaranteed in turbulence. Airport technician, 2020 affidavit, 2 strangers worked the plane overnight, no log, supervisor ordered silence. Ex-Intel operative, 90s, sworn statement, containment op, authorized high. Church Committee Playbook. Post-crash memo, June 3, issue resolved, investigation on script, assets managing narrative. Legacy in shadow. Son Terry, dad beat impossible odds in war. Accident never fit. Now we know. Family pushes reinvestigation, agencies stonewall, citing security for 50-year-old dirt. Bipartisan senators demand commission, stall. Veterans rally. If they could silence Audie Murphy, says advocate James Peterson, what hope for the rest of us? Historian William Porter, he fought fascism abroad, only to face it at home. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, his battlefield simply moved to Washington. Psychologist Matthew Sullivan, his own wounds gave him X-ray vision into exploitation. Terry Murphy, truth isn't just sad, it's sinister. Dad deserved better. Veterans still do.